Alright guys, so moving on to the rope, the boxing rope series, and I'm actually demonstrate with the sticks. Now this isn't a stick video, although I'm probably going to put some of those in as well, because you can do your weaponry training with the rope as well, give you a good stimulus there, a good target to work on, etc. But more to kind of demonstrate for, especially for people just getting into this style or whatever, is the connection between the weaponry movements and even some of the concepts that we use in weaponry, like for instance defanging the snake, etc. But the movements to how they apply to empty hand, right? So a common one, like one of our basics that we do, let's say double stick, right, is just what we call an inward backhand and inward and backhand. These would be like slashes essentially, right, where they're excuse me, kind of cutting down like that, right? So inward backhand on either side of the rope, right? I could be on this side doing my inward backhand motion. Okay, now how that can translate to an empty hand application is that inward backhand. Let's say I'm dealing with like a right punch or something, since I got the rope on my left shoulder. That right cross is coming, right? Or I'm using that as an initiative to get on top of the hands. Maybe their hands are up and I'm hammering into their limb, right? Or that punch is coming and I'm parrying it, right? So again, I don't want to go far if I'm going to parry. It would be like a bump and I move my head. But there's my inward, there's my backhand. Okay, now I'm set up to go inward with this. This could be to the head. This could also be, what I think is kind of cool is when they attack the limb. So let's say I go 1, 2, there's the arm and I'm hitting down onto that arm, hitting and creating an opening, right? If I hit here, I could go into a forearm smash, hit here, go into a grab, hit here, go into a punch, hit here, like this, right? So again, there's my inward backhand against that punch, and then a follow-up. So if it's on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's different because I'm going left first, but it's kind of irrelevant. You know, the weaponry is there, double stick, Sinawali, often to develop the mechanics, develop the symmetry, develop the coordination. So, you know, I could do it with the right hand going first. Now it's hard, even though this is on my left shoulder here like this, that inward, I might want to step if I'm going to throw a backhand. So if that punch is coming and I go inward, I'm usually stepping into that backhand, right? So if I go 1, 2, then there's my inward backhand here, right? Inward backhand, okay? Then, as always, you want to be working your follow-ups, right? Inward backhand, and then I can go into follow-ups. So there's one example of how the stick combinations, or stick, what we call Sinawali, or patterns, whatever you want to call them, but how they then translate, how they apply to empty hand. Another one that is very popular is what we refer to as Heaven 6, right? And this is a little bit more sophisticated movement, but it's an inward backhand striking motion like this. And again, can be done on any side, right? Like that could be an attack against their attack, is that motion. So the way that translates empty hand, or can, is usually more in a 3 count, but if I'm on this side, I might be parrying, like we've done in the other videos, the horizontal gunting. Whether this is a hit, whether this is a blind, but there's my inward, there's my backhand, right? On this side, inward, backhand. The tool is almost secondary to the motion. So what I mean by that is the motion is an inward, a backhand, and a backhand. The backhand there could be a hack, could be a hammer fist, could be like a palm, like a grab, right? A blind, could be even an elbow if I'm close enough, right? So that could be inward, backhand on this side, right? Inward, backhand, and backhand with the hack, right? So again, there's just one of many. I mean, this could also be, you know, on the inside of a right punch, right? And even more important, because again, if we go to the inside, essentially violating that it's not a law, but rule. It's a little bit more dangerous to go inside someone's 2 punches. You have to fill that center line with something. So if I go, let's say that right cross is coming, now I'm inside, I'm going forward with that, that's toward their eyes, and then I got to really make sure I fill the line with that right hand. See the movement, 1, 2, and 3 here like that, right? So again, and that could be a fist instead, right? This could be hitting, this could be blinding, okay, whatever. But so again, just wanted to shoot a little quick video on that to, you know, for give some explanation, and I think also too to advocate the use of the weapons, because they do educate the body, the hands, for empty hand application as well. I think that's sometimes misunderstood, especially double stick, especially a symmetrical weaponry system or weaponry training method, where, you know, who's ever gonna fight like this? I mean, this is almost, I mean, it comes from real combat, it comes from real scenarios, double sword, etc. But rarely are you in a you know, a weaponry situation, let alone a symmetrical weaponry situation. So for us, these are more, these work in these patterns are more to develop the body overall, develop that coordination. But then seeing it how it can translate to your empty hand, I've always been fascinated by. I just think it's cool. So, anyways, I hope that helps. And like I said, I'll probably be putting out some stick videos not long from now as well, just using the rope. All right, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.